floor. Again. Also, sorry if I sound a little nasally. I'm congested, the weather's been terrible, but the Drop Attack set is here. It kind of just dropped on Amazon a few days ago, and mine showed up earlier today, so now let's unbox it, take a look at it, and see what's inside. First, let's take a look at the back to see what the contents are. We got Impact Drake, 960 Low Rush. Really surprised we got this one super early. And then we have Hover Wyvern, which this is the one that I'm the most excited about because I already have an Impact Drake, and Impact Drake is just kind of like, it's fun, it's kind of whatever, from what I understand. But I'm also really hyped for the stadium in here because of the gimmick of the stadium. So yeah, let's get this thing opened up, put together, and see what it's got. Alright, got the box cut open. Let's just kind of dump it out like a... Okay, box is empty. Nothing else inside the box once you pull out the stadium. Everything else, let's remove the cover, pick this up, and everything is going to be in here for the bays and the launcher. So we'll get these opened up really quickly, take a quick look at them, and then we'll get to the stadium. Alright, to start, we'll look at Hover Wyvern really quickly. This is really the only new part for Hover Wyvern. Otherwise it comes with 385, which 385 uses spring tension in the ratchet instead of like a typical ratchet locking system, which gives every single bit the same amount of resistance, and then you get needle. I don't really like 385, it just kind of feels like it just kind of Play-Dohs on. Again, it's that spring tension factor, and you put it together like that, and it's really, really nice, I think. Like, I think the gimmick of this one is that, like, it's able to use both upward smash and downward smash based off of the height that you use and given the shape and the slope of the blades. So yeah, that's a pretty exciting thing. I want to say, I haven't pulled out my skill to weigh this yet. Like, this is literally just a live unboxing, and I don't want to have to like shift between like my desk and the floor to get certain things. So, you know, toss that one off to the side and we'll get Impact Drake unboxed. And Impact I've already looked at on the channel in the past. Like, I really like it. I think on the Hasbro one, the rubber feels like it's a little bit harder than the Takara one. So, like, it should last and not wear down as quickly, which is both a good and a bad thing because you really don't want these rubber contact points being the primary focus of getting hit. At least against right spin. Against left spin, you could equalize easier, but, like, I don't know, man. I really like Impact personally, but it might not be some people's cup of tea. But also, this is the only other way currently to get Impact Drake except for the Deluxe Takara starter, so it's still an expensive bay to get if you're a Hasbro-only buyer or you get to, like, import from Takara, which is unfortunate because the parts on here, 960 and Low Rush, are both really good. So, like, I just hope we see another release of Impact Drake sometime in the near-ish future. Also, like in standard stadium practice for Hasbro, you get these little light launchers or proto launchers, and they're just kind of they're whatever. The ripcords are cool, but they're more of like a, but why would you use these over like the standard ripcord or like the hold launcher style ripcord or the now extended ripcord that came with Scorpio Spear? So yeah, let's take a quick peek at the stadium and then see how much fun it is. So before I assemble it, I want to quickly go over, like, it's called the Drop Attack Stadium. It's like the obvious gimmick, like the way I'm holding it, like you can see that like the rail, it runs up at a slope, and then you hit here, and that's when you would drop down and hopefully smash into your opponent from above. And I don't know if this is a common error, but like mine seems to have like a slight misprint on here, so maybe if you're using like a needle bit, that might interfere with an extreme dash. I have no idea, I've never played with this set before, so... But it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, the pockets are a lot smaller compared to the previous Hasbro, and especially Takara stadiums, but I think these will still be pretty hard to get back from. Like, I don't think once you get in here, you're getting out of these pockets, like, at all, so... Like, yeah, it should be pretty straightforward, I guess, for, like, how the set works. So let's get this thing fully assembled, we'll toss some bays in here and see how much fun... Well, actually, before we do that, I gotta do a couple of size comparisons, just so that way people new to the channel, and like, I've only ever seen this review, they'll get an idea of, like, how big this is and if you should pick up this set or not, which, so far, you absolutely should pick this set up. Oh, before we get into the comparisons, it also looks like there's a couple of extra overfinished pockets back here too, which is going to be really funny if like you run up the rail but you like throw yourself over because you're coming in too hot. Just think that's pretty funny. So alright, size comparison time. Alright, so here we have this next to the standard Takara Tournament Stadium. Next up, we have it next to the last year's set, Hasbro Stadium. Not really a great comparison facing that way, just so you can better gauge. I think this stadium is a little bit smaller, but like there's a lot more like going on here. So I mean, yeah, it's still a decent size. And lastly, the Briefcase Stadium, if you care about that enough. So yeah, it's a decent sized stadium, I think, for Hasbro especially. Like it like obviously it's never gonna be like a tournament standard stadium, but I'm pretty sure this will still be a fun piece to have in your collection, regardless, to have at like parties or like, you know, family gatherings. If you want to bring it on like a vacation and have like a fun stadium, like this would definitely be all for that. Also, something else that's worth noting too, I didn't mention it before, but the rails are molded into the stadium similar to the Bucket Stadium, which did have me a little bit nervous as to the durability of it, but one of my friends was able to get it like a month early, and he plays with it like a gorilla, so like he is rough with this stadium, and he said he's had no issues with the rails like breaking or smooshing like the Bucket Stadium rails, and I think they're still standard height and not like Bucket Stadium height. So we will see how it plays in a couple of fun battles. Alright, we're gonna do for the first one, Rod 960 Wedge with Scorpio Spear 160 level. So let's get that in there and let's see how they play together. Alright, not anything too crazy. Like, Scorpio did go up the rail and did a drop down, but he didn't actually make contact with Rod, so yeah, that's I think Scorpio is a pretty bad example, just because Scorpio is like currently the heaviest blade in the game. So I mean, we can do that like once or twice again just to kind of see again how it'll do, but I don't think the heavy ones are going to do good in this stadium. Fudge that launch. Oh, but that's what an extreme finish looks like on that, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll toss Scorpio aside, and we'll bring in my favorite new combo for Impact Drake, which is 460 Zap. So, camera, please focus. Oh! Man, that would have been an insane hit. Hold on, Rod still has a lot of stamina. I want to see that one again. Or, you know, I can launch it straight into the pocket. Alright, we'll redo that one. Impact Drake just shot himself into the... Like I said, this is just a dumb fun stadium. Like, it's not like the Clash and Carry one where it's like, it might just suck for you, but... Impact's a lot more aggressive in this stadium too, but Rod Wedge just tanked it. So we'll try that one more time, and using Rod as like the test dummy for this one is just better because we have like our... Come on, hit the rail. Nah, he's not gonna do it. I think Impact might not work too great for this scenario either, but this is just a fun, like, you know, just to kind of see how Baze will behave in the stadium. Like, yeah, like that. Golem, are you good? You're on rush. You should not be stationary like that. Oh boy. Is there... I don't know why they're behaving weirdly in this stadium, like... Huh. Maybe my wedge is too worn in, or the rush on here isn't, like... Oh! He jumped into the... Huh. Maybe the plastic just isn't worn in enough, so, like, the words are hard. Maybe the bits aren't grabbing the stadium the way that they normally do on, like, worn-in stadiums. So it's like, even Rod behaves kind of strangely. So, try Dran Brave. No, he walked himself into that pocket. Like, I just probably... There we go. Yeah, I think the upward rail is going to be harder to use, so like, you might want to use lighter bays in the stadium. Like, I'll just launch Golem by itself again, just to kind of see how... He's still behaving a little funky, but... Yeah, there we go. He went up the rail and did an extreme dash. So, once more for luck, I guess? Maybe? Got Rod Wedge and Golem on rush. Oh! Oh! Golem burst himself. That's unfortunate. But, yeah. Well, those are the test battles, so get to final thoughts. So, yeah, final thoughts out of the way. I genuinely think you should pick this set up. Like, it is potentially another year that Hasbro has been cooking with the stadiums and the sets that they give us. Like, it's a shame, yeah, that Impact Drake is what comes in the stadium, so we kind of lose out on the string launcher that comes with the Takara set. But the caveat to that is I think Hasbro will probably do, like, an accessory set sometime within the next year or so, and also potentially the next deluxe starter set is going to be Samurai Saber with the hold launcher. Which would make sense given the way Hasbro releases stuff, right? Like, Phoenix Wing was our first deluxe string launcher set, then we got Cobalt Dragoon. Next up is probably Samurai Saber, because, you know, Impact Drake just only has importance, really. And we've also gotten 2 deluxe string sets so far, so like a third one, not really. So like, probably Saber as the next deluxe set instead of Impact, which is fine. As long as we get another Impact soon with a different color rubber. So, yeah, with all that out of the way, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Leave a like, comment down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next review. Goodbye!